Around, you turn yourself around, you got a beautiful view, you can do your business, then you spin back around and you exit. And essentially, we have a turning toilet. So we're going to call it a turlet.
Wow.
One of them new composting toilet.
Oh my God, this is the woman's domain, just so you know.
Try it out.
I don't know anybody with a turlet or with a radius glass front window into things, so I'd say that's one of a kind.
Is 48 hours enough to experience everything you can? Travel expert Greer Gardner thinks it's doable.
Let's go.
From getting lost in nature to feasting on scrumptious delicacies and experiencing non-stop thrills. She shows you how to make the most out of your short getaway. Brand new season of 48 Hours Destination, tonight at 9:20 on Natgeo People.
Hey! 这个好玩。
Chef Jamie Bilbo is back on the ancient Silk Road. Cooking and enjoying food handed down for generations.
好吃。
But to gain more understanding, he's traveling further afield to the new Silk Road.
Benvenuti in Italia.
To discover its effect on different cultures and people. Delicacy Hunter on the Silk Road. Wednesday nights at 10:25 on Natgeo People.
I'm in Fort Kochi in Kerala. Fort Kochi is one of the gateways to the Arabian Sea, so you know the seafood's going to be fresh. I start my day early and visit a group of fishermen that work on one of the Chinese fishing nets that line the waterfront. So these are the nets. Chinese fishing nets. Now these Chinese fishing nets were introduced to the area back in the 1400s.
You see the blue net, it's net only China.
Right.
This designing technology, construction, the counterbalance completely Portuguese.
So Portuguese technology, Chinese nets, and we're in India.
Yeah.
There's this whole spirituality and ritual when it comes to fishing. At one point, they're putting coconut oil on the net and doing the sign of the cross before it gets put in the water. It's all about teamwork and balance. These boulder rocks are about 1,500 kilos, and they just draw the nets in. When these nets go in the water, it's heavy. Heavy with water, heavy with debris, heavy with hopefully fish. That string looks pretty thin to hold a big rock like this. These fishermen work hard. You know, they're showing me all the calluses on their hands, all the wear and tear from all the years of pulling up and down those nets. Now it's all about the waiting game. We're gonna wait for the tide to come up and we'll have some chai and just wait. It's the life of a fisherman.
8 o'clock coming water.
So why'd you let me come so early? I could have slept in for another hour. And how about breakfast?
Breakfast 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. So soon. I like this. Chai, breakfast, couple of cigarettes, wait for the tide to come in.
Sometime.
We sat down and we had a typical fisherman's breakfast. I mean, it was just really simple. Egg roast with onion and masala and this gravy, and then served with this appam, which is kind of like a rice chapati. Now, this is delicious, but I want to know, where's the espresso and cappuccino? Yeah, we're going to pull it down? Okay. No more chai break. It's time to work. As we're tugging on the nets and we're drawing the net up, I mean, it's heavy. There's this chant. And I asked the guys, I said, what is this? Is this like giving instruction? He said, no, we all want to chant in unison. It's about teamwork and bringing everyone together. Hey, Jala. Hey, Jala. Hey, Jala. Hey, Jala. I got this chant in my head now. It's a Hey, Jala, Hey, Jala. Hey, Santiago. Hey, Jala, Hey, Jala. It was awesome. We got some fish. Small? The guys throwing the nets in and walking along these wooden beams, it's almost like performance art. These fishermen work pretty hard. You know, you do this 20, 30 times and it's quite the workout. You know, as these guys say, you leave it in the hands of God. And today it wasn't a great day for fishing. There was a lot of debris. It rained the night before. We caught a bit, but it was fun. They brought me into their world. I felt like a brother, and it was just that kind of teamwork. Go up. You want me to go up? If I fall... That's the best I'm gonna do, guys. That's the best. I got 3 kids. The fishermen have brought me into their world. Now it's my turn to return the favor. We head over to some nearby fish shacks where I make spaghetti con calamari. You've never had spaghetti? Never had spaghetti? Okay, this is gonna be interesting. He's never had spaghetti. Some olive oil, some garlic. So this is just a garlic and olive oil sauce. And now some fresh green chilies. I know they like heat, so a couple of extra. And now some red chilies, dried red chilies. That's looking good. Some tomato. Fresh calamari. Okay, we didn't catch these though. And then the clean calamari go right in. A little bit of salt and some black pepper. Calamari takes a few minutes to cook, so just a couple of tosses and the calamari are pretty much done. Smell that. I'm just gonna hit it with a little bit of fresh basil. I've drained the pasta water, but I've left a little bit in. Okay, and that's gonna help make our sauce. Okay, this is ready. Okay, let's do it. We sat down and it was fun. There is a technique to eating spaghetti. You gotta twirl the fork. So they're just like nodding, yeah. And they're twirling, but they're basically just shoveling it in their mouth. Okay, Santiago, look at it. You just gotta twirl. Like that. Twirl. Okay, now like this. Ready? Ready now. Throw it in your mouth. Okay? Go. Hey. There we go. That's, you got the idea. These guys are quickly getting the hang of it, twirling that spaghetti, and then I hear one of them say, the spaghetti's raw. We call it al dente. It was a blast watching them eat spaghetti. Here in Fort Kochi, there's a tradition. You go to the docks, pick your fish, and then there's all these fish shacks. You come, you bring your fish here, and you can fry it up, or they'll fry it up for you. Jamal and I make a fish fry. Mullet with Indian spices cooked in coconut oil. We used the mullet that we caught earlier, we cleaned it, and then just put in some slits. And then it was that masala, really flavorful. There wasn't much to it. Garlic, some ginger, a little bit of red chili, a little bit of turmeric, salt, pepper, and then a little vinegar. So we're almost creating a paste, and you can really smell that vinegar. A little bit of coconut oil. Okay? Then we massaged that masala paste right into the mullet, right into those slits. Okay, beautiful. We heated up some coconut oil. When you fry it, you can almost smell the sweetness of the coconut. The coconut oil's nice and hot, and then go the masala mullet. We fried it quickly for a couple of minutes on each side till it's nice and golden. That's it. We stand up and eat by the counter, hands and all. My type of meal. Look at that nice meat, eh? Nice meat. Can't get the fish fresher than this. To me, you got to get in there, use your hands. Just picking out that nice, flaky white meat with that beautiful masala flavor. Natgeo, really simple and so good. See, my friend, nice and clean. Nice meat. The next morning, I head out to the island of Kakaturatu to meet up with a friend, Manisha. Manisha, for the last 7 years, was living in New York, but has now returned to create Kyle Island Retreat. Good morning. Manisha greets me and is like, David, let me prepare you breakfast. I'm like, okay, I'm hungry. I woke up early. Maybe some egg bourgie, maybe some bacon and eggs. I don't see breakfast.
Yeah, believe it or not, that's our breakfast.
We're having aloe for breakfast. Fresh aloe vera. She cuts the plant and we have a nice big chunk of aloe.
It's one of the healthiest breakfasts you're gonna have.
You're joking.
It's got a lot of vitamin B and minerals and amino acids.
Do you add anything to it?
No, you can just have it straight up. But this thing that you see...
Ooh! Cavolo, che schifo. It's bitter and it's just like horrid.
This sap that you see coming out of it, that is the part that we're supposed to wait for it to drain out and not eat that.
So, I ate what
you
you're not
jumped
supposed
the
to
gun
eat.
of that one.
We're sitting down for breakfast and Manisha tells me that that sap is slightly poisonous. Now she tells me.
So this is our breakfast. So while you were out, I was letting it sit for a bit so the sap sort of oozes out of there. Put it in a glass and put it in your kitchen.
So that was that bitter, poisonous stuff, again, that I
That
had.
you were not supposed to have.
Okay. She cuts the aloe vera in half, and then we scoop out the aloe vera, and it's this jelly, kind of like the whites of an egg. Not very appetizing.
Yeah. Do you like it?
The texture is going to take a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's kind of tasteless.
It is. No taste at all.
No taste at all.
Yeah. But very good for you.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because that would be the only reason to have this. Apparently, aloe vera has anti-aging properties. So after breakfast, all that leftover aloe, we put it on our arms and our face. It was like breakfast and a beauty treatment all in one. I feel younger already.
Yeah.
Yeah. After an aloe breakfast, Manisha takes me across the island to visit a toddy tapper. This guy taps the coconut shoot or flower for its sap.
He's a traditional guy who's been doing this for years.
This is his job.
This is his job. He climbs like several trees, collects this, and then they give it to the local toddy shop. So they tap it, and that's what causes the sap to come out. And they collect that in a pot.
And that's what they ferment to make the alcohol.
Yeah. So the more it ferments, like the more alcoholic it gets.
Is it like a wine or is it an actual strong liqueur?
Well, they say it's like 7%. Yeah.
7%. It's breakfast food.
Yeah.
To collect toddy, you literally have to use an ox bone. I mean, this was heavy. It wasn't a brittle bone.
This is the toddy that he just tapped. So it's right fresh off the tree. It's not very alcoholic. It's sweet, and it's really nice to cook with.
So, do people drink it as
Yeah, you can. It's a very healthy drink.
It's like aloe.
Yeah.
Manisha offers me some toddy.
How does it smell?
It stinks. It absolutely stinks. I have to drink this stuff?
Yeah.
Well,
Cheers.
Cheers. It stinks, but thank God it tasted better than it smelled. It's a little effervescent, somewhat sweet.
It's a very healthy drink. It's filled with vitamin B complex. It's a natural sedative.
Aloe vera this morning, and now toddy, the complete wellness
Yeah.
center. Well, thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Manisha and I put that toddy wine to good use and make uppams, a local pancake-like bread with toddy, perfect for scarpetta. We combine rice flour and water with a mixture of ground coconut, garlic, onions, and cumin.
It's toddy time.
It's toddy
So we're gonna add
to
that
drink
to,
or to...
to cook with.
Okay.
So the toddy, because it ferments, it's actually gonna help the batter
Almost like
rise.
yeast.
And it rests for like 8 hours.
So we'll have that tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
But you made some.
Yeah. Last night.
Last night.
With fresh toddy again.
So a nice Indian mother would make this at nighttime so their kids can have uppams in
Yeah.
the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And so we have a griddle.
This is something that we do just so we don't burn our hands.
This is cool. You just use a half onion,
Yeah. With some oil in the end.
coconut oil.
Yeah. So like the dosa, you don't spread it around too much.
It's almost like a pancake.
Yeah.
You start bubbling up.
Yeah.
Oh, and it cooks pretty quick. And you can really smell the
Yeah.
toddy.
Yeah. And when it's like full of these bubbles, you know it's ready.
I think that we gotta try some.
Yeah.
Look at this. It's so good. You know what this means?
What's that mean?
Spa. Oh, this is nice. A little bit of this uppums with some gravy,
Yeah.
a little scarpetta
Yeah.
action, and life is good.
Yeah.
Life is good. Manisha calls me to the riverbanks. I see these women floating with just their heads popping out of the water. So what are they doing?
So they are catching fish by feeling them.
By hand.
By hand.
Come on.
Yeah. They disrupt the nest with the legs, and so the fish come up, and then they catch it with their hands.
With their,
Yeah.
That's wild.
And then they put it in the pots.
And they're carrying the pots with string in their
Yeah,
mouth?
in their teeth.
Right.
So as they swim, they can sort of like carry it along with them. Ah, they just caught a fish. They just caught that.
And what kind of fish are they catching?
Right now it's river fish, so it's a pearl spot,
Pearl spot?
and then some shrimp.
They're catching the fish with their bare hands. And they were doing it so gracefully. They're wading through the water, just going by feel. So, do you know how to do this?
No.
Oh, come on.
Maybe we can try. Want to jump in?
Good island girl like you, what's going on? They just go up and down fishing, and if you want to buy fish off them, they sell it to you. Manisha buys her fish off these women daily.
Bye.
With fresh river fish in hand, Manisha and I prepare a fish moli or stew. Am I doing okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Not so deep.
Not so deep. Into the river fish, and I add some salt, pepper, and turmeric. That's it. Really simply seasoned.
So let that sit, and
Okay.
you'll put some oil in here. This is virgin coconut oil.
Is this extra virgin or just virgin?
This is just virgin.
Do you have extra virgin?
I don't think so. Oh wait, it says extra virgin coconut oil.
Look at
so,
that.
So Malayalis are like Italian.
Oh, exactly. Now it's all about tempering our spices. Some cardamom, black pepper, cloves, and a little bit of curry leaves. Now, is it possible to put too much curry leaves?
I don't think so. I really like curly.
I do too. We give that a mix until they blister, and we set it aside. In the same pan, the
Yeah,
fish.
fish.
And we're just gonna give it a gentle sear.
Yeah.
Now it's about making our moli or gravy. Really simple. Again, we add some coconut oil to a hot pan. So some ginger, some shallots, onions, and green chilies. Look at that gorgeous color.
Yeah.
It's looking